welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please, if you are new to this channel and you're yet to subscribe, kindly touch on the subscribe button to subscribe, and also click on the notification bell to enable you get a notification once I upload new video. In today's tutorial, we are going to be making a straight gown with lace bag, that's corset bag, and I'll make use of this lace and this satin. This lace is 3 years. So I'm going to cut the down panel first. So I will fold into two. Fold into two first. Fold again, making it into 4. Okay, this is it, folded into 4. And the gown length I'm working with is 63 inches. So this 63 inches, I'll minus my half length for the upper part. That's 63 inches minus 16 inches will give us 47. So we'll measure as 47 here. So this is where my measurement will start from. So this is exactly 47 inches. I will not add any folding allowance to this because I will not be folding the hemline. So this is exactly 47 inches. So at this side, I will add ½ inch for joining allowance to the upper part of this gown, making it 47.5 inches for the length. So I will mark out waist to hip measurement 9 inches, waist to under hip measurement 12 inches, and the hip that I'm working with is 44 inches. Divided by 4, since our fabric is folded into 4, divide by 4 will give us 11 inches. I'm starting my measurement from this folded part close to the zip allowance. 44 divided by 4, 11 inches. I'll add 2 inches for seam allowance. I'll take my waist measurement 2. This is 10.2. I'll add 1 inch for that and 2 inches for seam allowance, making it 3 inches. So I will connect from waist to hip line. Now where I mark waist to under hip line, you measure round your under hip to get this measurement. So what I have is 41 inches divided by 4 will give us 10.25. So mark out 10.2 and also add 2 inches for seam allowance. Connect from hip to this under hip, and I will use my ruler to mark this down to my hemline. Straight line to my hemline. This is it. So at my hemline, don't forget, mark a straight line. At my hemline, I will go in by 2 inches. Still connect it back with my ruler like this. From under hip measurement, connect it. So this is what I will have. I will go ahead and cut this out. ahead and cut out the satin. Okay, for the satin, I will place this lace fabric on top of it and determine where I want my satin to stop. So I will measure out where I want my satin to stop. So I will use 40 inches. I use my ruler to mark a straight line. So this is where my satin will stop. I'm using 40 inches. If you want yours to reach this hemline, you can do that. So I will cut out 40 inches. This is for the back side of this. So I'll go ahead and cut this out. This is for the back side. I will still fold into 2 for the front side. Okay, for the front side, remember we are using 40 inches for the lining. I will measure it back here. So here is 40 inches. I use my ruler to mark a straight line. Get the front down panel of this. Lace it. So this is it. I will go ahead and cut this out. This is for the satin. So now I will cut out the upper side, which I will cut it on the satin first before I place it on top of the fabric and cut out the same thing. So I will cut out the front side first. Fold into 2. This is for the upper side. For the upper side, I will minus 5 inches from my shoulder. So my measurement will start from this line that I mark here. This is 5 inches. I will take shoulder to nipple point 11.5. I'll add half inch. Shoulder to under bust measurement 15 inches. Shoulder to half length 16 inches. I will add 1 inch for joining allowance. shoulder to upper bust measurement is 9 inches. So I will connect this line. So this is it. This is shoulder to upper bust, shoulder to bust line measurement, shoulder test, shoulder to nipple point, shoulder to under bust, and this is shoulder to half length together with joining allowance. From this point, I will take my bust measurement. I will take my bust measurement divide by 4. That's 41 divided by 4 will give us 10.5. I'll add 2 inches for seam allowance. I'm cutting the front upper side. I will take my waist measurement. That 5 inches divided by 4 will give us 8.7. That 5 divided by 4 will give us 8.7. Take 2 inches for seam allowance. So I will connect with my ruler. This is it. I will take my nipple to nipple measurement. That's 8 inches divided by 2 will give us 4 inches. I will add seam allowance. I will use half inch for seam allowance. So I will mark this 4.5 inches down to my waist measurement. Now at this shoulder measurement, at this shoulder line, I will add 1 inch to it. That's this 4.5 inches. I will add 1 inch, making it 5.5. So I will use my ruler to connect. This is it. Now at this point, this waistline measurement, I will go in by 1 inch towards this folded side, 1 inch towards this side. Here, this shoulder to under bust measurement, I will still repeat the same thing. 1 inch here, 1 inch here. At shoulder to bust point, I will go down here by 1 inch. Also measure 1 inch up here. At this place, still repeat the same thing. Still repeat the same thing. 1 inch towards this side, 1 inch towards this side. So I'm going to connect this from here to this place, connect this to this place, connect from here to this place down to my waist measurement. So I will use my ruler to do that. This is it. I'll use curve this from here. This is it. So curve from this 1 inch here to here, curve this to this 1 inch, then connect it with ruler down to half length. This is it. So this 2 inches that I measured out here, I will add it back. Also add these 2 inches back here. So this place, if you check here, it will be 1 inch. I will also add it back here. I will use my ruler to connect like this. So this is it. Now this shoulder side, the shoulder that I'm working with is 14 inches. Divided by 2 will give us 7 inches. So I will minus 2 inches from this 7 inches, giving us 5 inches. Here is 5. These 5 inches, I will add back these 2 inches. Plus 1 inch same allowance, making it 3 inches. So I'll use my ruler to slant it like this. This is it. So I'll go ahead and cut this out. So this is it. This is the center front and this is the two side. So I'll go ahead and cut the back upper side. So this is where my measurement will start from. So I will still minus, for the back upper side, I will still minus the 5 inches to get shoulder to bust measurement. Also get half length measurement. So I will also connect them with my ruler. This is it. So I will take my bust measurement. 41 inches divided by 4 will give us 10.25. add seam allowance 2 inches. Take waist measurement, divide by 4 will give us 8.7. I'll add 2 inches for seam allowance. Connect this with my ruler. Since this back side will be less back, we don't need to add zip allowance. And I don't need to add that. So this is it. I will use the front side, place it to cut out my armhole. This is it. Yeah, my measurement is. I'll place this like this and mark out armhole. This is for my armhole. For the lace back, it depends on how wide or open you want yours to be. So mine, I'm going to use 1.5 inches. You can use more than 1.5 inches. It depends on what you want. So I'll use my ruler to mark a straight line. So this is it. I'm going to cut this out. Don't forget what I did for this back side. Since the back side will have lace back, we don't need to add zip allowance to this back side. After taking your body measurements together with seam allowance for this lace side, this is supposed to be our zip allowance. This is supposed to be our zip allowance side. So for this left side, because it will not have zip allowance, I measured 1.5 inches down to my half length. So I'm going to cut this 1.5 inches out. So this is it for the back side. This is for the front side. So I'll use this now, place it on top of the lace and still cut out the same thing. this is the right side, the shining face, and this is the wrong side. This is the wrong side of this lace, and this is the right side. So this right side will be facing towards the wrong side. So this is the right side. It will face it like this. So the wrong side will be at the up, while the right side of this lace will be under like this. So when you turn it over, it will be like this. So when I'm stitching, it will still be like this. So I will go to my machine and join it like this before turning it with the lining. So now we'll still cut out the lining. So this is it. I've finished cutting out the lining. So what I need to do is to join this satin and the fabric together. So I'm going to hold it up, stitch it around before turning it with the lining. So for the lace back loop, this will be okay for it. So I'll go to my machine and fold this like this, just 1 inch. Turn it. So I'll go to my machine and fold it. So this will be enough both for the loop and the strip. That's the rope that we use for the lace back. So I will cut this length out. So when I check the length, so this is 65 inches. So I'll quickly go to my machine and fold this, and also join the satin and the fabric together. I've joined the lace fabric to the satin. I also cut out the front neckline and the back neckline. This is for the loop, while this is for the strip. I also join the lining. And how to attach the loop, this is the back side. I will attach it before turning it with the loop before turning this with the lining. So I will measure out 2 inches. That is what I will use for the loop. I will cut out to 2 inches. I'll quickly do that now. This is it. This is the back side. This is the back side, and this is the loop. Measure out where I want the loop to be. So I will attach one here. Measure 1 inch. I'm using 1 inch. So this is it. I will still mark the same thing on this side. I will still mark the same thing on the second part of the back side by placing it like this. So this is it, and this is how to attach the loop. Fold it into two like this, place it like this, fold this into two like this, place it, stitch on top, place the second one like this. So this side will be towards this side of the fabric. After stitching it, it will be like this. So for the front upper side, this is the center front. I'm going to join this like this. I'm going to join this like this. Open it, join this side also with 1/2 inch divided for seam allowance. For the down panel, this is the zipper side. Because of the lace back, I'm going to stitch this place, turn it over, and also stitch this side. See the way I place it. This is the right side, this is the wrong side. Place it and stitch, then turn it over. I'll still repeat the same thing on the other part of the down panel and for the front part too. So I'll go ahead and do that now. So this is it. If I turn it with lining, it will be like this. So go ahead and turn this with lining. I'll place my lining like this. Close it up. I don't need to insert that. This is it. I join the upper part and the lower part together. This is the back side. So for this back side, I'm going to first of all close the zip allowance and also insert zip. So this is the zip side. I will measure out what I will be using for the zip. That's 2 inches that I left earlier for zip allowance. I will measure it back here, insert zip, and also open up the slit. For the zip, I will use 10 inches. So for the slit, I will measure from the hemline. This depends on how open you want your slit to be. So mine, I will use 23.5 inches. So I'm going to close up here. Here I will fit zip here, and this side will be open for the slit before attaching the upper side to this. So after inserting the zip, I will then attach the upper side of this. This is it. I've joined them together. Here is the zip. So next thing now to do is to attach the upper side. Remember that earlier I cut out 1.5 inches. When unfolded, it will give us 3 inches. So I'm going to measure 1.5 inches from this zip, close to the zip here. So I'll measure 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches from this side also. So the upper side will start from here. So I will start joining the upper side from this 1.5 inches down like this, and also join this side from this 1.5 inches. This is how it's going to be. When you open it up, it will be like this. For the upper side, I will go ahead and do that now. This is it. That, yes. See. For the front part, I'm going to attach wrap to this. So I use 20 inches for the width. So I'm going to place it after my waist line. I'll go up maybe by 1 inch or 2 inches. I'll start from here, print it to here. So I'm going to go to my machine and stitch this. This is it. I've attached this to the dress. So next thing to do now is to close the two sides up using my body measurement. Divide by 2. I'll divide my bust measurement by 2, hip measurement by 2, waist measurement by 2. Then at this hemline, I will move in by 2 inches on both sides. So 2 inches from this side, 2 inches from this side. I will close it up and also insert sleeve, and that will be all. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Please, if you are here to subscribe, kindly touch on the subscribe button to subscribe, and also click on the notification bell to enable you get a notification once I upload new video. See you guys in my next tutorial. Love you guys. Bye.